Hey guys, Lemmy here, and I'm back with another art video. This one is the birthday gift from my friend, Zero. I will include a link to his DeviantArt down below. He is a really good friend of mine. I've known him for like so long. I don't even know. I think I met him when I was like 13 or 14. I'm pretty sure it was 13. Because I started playing Final Fantasy XI, which is an MMO that was not friendly at all. The people were amazing, nice. You couldn't find a better lot of more competent players that were like really nice people. But the game itself is extremely unforgiving. Like you could de-level and lose experience and everything would kill you. I mean, you had to have a group of, I believe it was... Let's see, you needed a tank, a healer, and then I think it was like 3 DPS? No, it was like 6. I think it was a group of 6 characters in order to kill anything. Because then you had to have like a red mage or a bard, and then you had to have a white mage or summoner to heal, and then you had to have a tank, which was a ninja or a warrior that had his other class be ninja, like a secondary thing. And then there was paladin, so it was those 3, and then there was like 3 DPS, so one was like a puller, usually it was like a thief, and then the thief would do the skill chain thing, and then there was like a black mage that would magic burst. So yes, it was a group of 6. You guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like trying to remember because I've played so many MMOs, I'm like, how many people were in the group? I think it was 6. That game was freaking hard. You need a group of 6 people to do anything. And if you're by yourself, even if the monsters were extremely like lower level than you and you had no idea what level anything was, you just looked at them and then you would check them and be like, they look extremely tough. I mean, even things that were too weak to be worthwhile could kick your butt. It was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. That game was amazing. But I met Zero through Final Fantasy XI. I had my brother, Lemma. See, I was Lemia, and he was Lemma, and I was like, oh my god, you have to be my bro. So he made this link shell. I'm like, I can't believe I'm remembering all this lingo and stuff. We met by Gelsba Outpost, which was by Sandoria, because I was like the French elf person, except I was a human, so I was like, I don't know, I just want to be part of the French elf people because I don't know. And then I met my brother, Lemma, and then he had a link shell, and it was called Battalion Reborn. He used to be part of a link shell called Battalion, and then I guess they fell apart, and then he remade it. And within that link shell, I met Zero, and yeah, he's been like an awesome friend, and I think he's like the one person I actually regularly talk to from that game. I mean, I used to talk with Cadbury, and he used to call me, but like, he kind of fell off the face of the planet, and even Lemma, it's like I don't even really talk to him very much, but sometimes I'll see him on AIM, and I'll be like, oh my god, Mark! And he'll be like, yeah! But yeah, it's kind of strange how much I remember from that game. Like, there was so many people, and you really got to know them, because it was really, really a social game when you think about it, because of all the time it took to do anything. Even to get somewhere to start leveling took forever, and there was no way of going faster. Like, you know how you have mounts in MMOs? Well, you could get on a mount, a chocobo, but if once you got off the choco, you had to walk. And if you were not a black mage, you couldn't teleport back to your home point. And you could only have one home point, so you just teleport wherever that home point was, and it's like, great, now I have to travel again. So that's kind of like I'm gonna be a white mage so I can kind of teleport, cause all this walking is driving me crazy. That game, oh my god. And then if you died, you had to lay on the ground, right? Hopefully a white mage or a red mage would come by and raise you from the dead. Or like someone that had it as a secondary, like white mage as their secondary. I don't even remember what it was called, because you could be a white mage and a black mage, but the black mage was like half the level of the white mage. So whatever your main was and then your secondary. But, I don't even remember what that was called. But you had to hope that someone had a raise spell that would come by and be like, hey, they're dead, and help you up. Or else, after 60 minutes of waiting, you would go back to your home point and lose, like, a huge amount of experience. So either you lost a lot of experience and got raised from the dead, or you lost, like, even crazy amount more than that and were sent back to your home point, which could be on the other side of the world, and then you'd have to make your way all the way back to where you were when you died because you were off doing something. And all these different monsters would aggro you based on different things, like, you had a spell called Sneak, so they couldn't hear you, because some monsters, if they saw you, couldn't care, but if you made too much noise, they'd be like, I'm really hating you, and you're gonna die now. There was Invis, where you'd cast Invisible on yourself, so that they can't see you, because evidently, if they hear you, they don't really care, whatever, but if they see you, get really angry, or if you're casting a spell in general, if it's a magic element, it would aggro you because you used magic, and that would piss it off. Or you could smell, so you had to use deodorize, and then people would be like, you're stinky, I'm gonna kill you. So you had to like use all these different things to mask yourself so different kinds of enemies wouldn't get pissed at you. But then you'd be sandwiched in these occasions where, okay, I need Sneak, but I also need Invis, but there's an element nearby, so I can't recast Sneak, and I can't recast Invis, and if I recast Sneak, then people will see me because it will take off my Invis, so you had to, like, do all this crazy stuff to try to not die, but the game just wanted you dead, like, so bad. I mean, it was when I think back about playing that game for years on end, I'm like, oh my god, how did I do it? How did I have the patience? But I loved it, and I loved all the people. I played on Diablos, that server, and oh my god, I adored that game. So bad. All the people were like really, really cool. It was none of this like, I'm a 13-year-old asshole and I'm gonna play World of Warcraft and be a jerk and I was the only 13-year-old that I knew of, and it was great. Everyone was just really nice and competent. Like, there wasn't hardly anyone that was a bad player. If they were a bad player, everyone knew who that bad player was, and they would be like, well, I'm not going to group with that person. That person sucks. So, you didn't really get far, and if you were a jerk, no one wanted to do anything with you. Those were the days. Crafting was terrible in that game. Because it went by, like, you went up 0.1 skill level. Except that, like, you didn't always get 0.1 for crafting something, and it was extremely expensive to craft anything, and you never had any money. So you had to really go out of your way to get money, so I was always poor. I'm like, whatever, I can't afford anything. That's alright. And those were the days. I had a stalker on that game, too. But this is, like, totally... I totally got off topic. So I'm just gonna really quickly like recap what I'm doing in this picture. I'm drawing his original character. I believe her name is Mai. I usually draw Sango, but I was like, you know what? I should try to draw a different character because maybe Zero wants to see a different character drawn. So I did a little sketchy bit thing here, and she came out cute. I like her. I was like, oh, this came out good. Oh. But yeah, Sango is definitely my favorite character of his. I don't know, me and Sango, we go way back. Anyways, Zero, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I'm sorry I got this to you kind of late, but yeah, I didn't want to like rush it because then I didn't think it would come out as well, like with cleaning it up and making a video and everything, so you know how we never get our gifts to each other on time, but thanks for being such an awesome friend, and just whenever I think of you, I just smile because it's like, that guy's awesome. So, thanks for being so awesome. And I hope you had a great birthday. And I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'm sure you guys have no idea what I was talking about, but Zero does. Zero knows. So, talk to you next time, whenever that will be, sometime randomly. But, yeah, take care of yourself and each other. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but talk to you guys later. Bye.